Jesus' trial before Pilate. Then the entire council took Jesus to Pilate, the Roman governor. They began to state their case. This man has been leading our people astray by telling them not to pay their taxes to the Roman government and by claiming that he is the Messiah, a king. So Pilate asked him, "Are you the king of the Jews?" Jesus said, "You have to say it." Pilate turned to the leading priests and the crowd and said, "I find nothing wrong with this man." Then they became insistent because he is causing riots by his teachings wherever he goes, all over Judea, from Galilee to Jerusalem. "Oh, he's Galilean," Pilate asked. When they said that he was, Pilate sent him to Herod Antipas because Galilee was under Herod's jurisdiction, and Herod happened to be in Jerusalem at that time. How convenient. Herod was delighted at the opportunity to see Jesus because he had heard about him and had been hoping for a long time to see him perform a miracle. He asked Jesus question after question, but Jesus just refused to answer. Meanwhile, the leading priests and teachers of the religious law stood there shouting their accusations. Jesus is saying nothing, but in this whole room, they're saying that he's guilty, he's done this, he's done X, he's done Y, and it's not even maybe things from that they've seen on their own hand, but stories that they've heard from the media that has twisted their mind. They're so fixated that what they're saying is the truth, irregardless if it is or isn't. Then Pilate called together the leading priests and the other religious leaders along with the people, and he announced his verdict. "You brought me this man, accusing him of leading a revolt. I have examined him thoroughly, and at this point of your presence, I find him innocent." That's right. Jesus went to Pilate, the Roman governor, because the people who are angry, so that they are under the servitude of the Roman governor. They're like, "Look, you're the guy making decisions. You're supposed to be our representative. We think this guy is evil." And he examines him and he says, "I think you guys are wrong." Harold came to the same conclusion and sent it back to us. Nothing this man has done has called for the death penalty. So we'll have him flogged. We'll appease your barbaric nature. We'll have him flogged, but then we will let him go. Then a mighty roar rose from the crowd with one voice shouting, "Kill him and release Barabbas to us." Barabbas was imprisoned for taking part of an actual insurrection in Jerusalem against the government for murder. So they wanted to kill Jesus and release a murderer. For the third time they demanded, "What crime has he committed? We have found no reason to sentence him, so I have flogged him and then we'll release him." But the mob shouted louder and louder, and as eventually it grew too much, he said, "Okay."